Oh, this tea is going to be too hot, but I'm going to try to drink it anyway. I'm getting better at that, though. I'm drinking hot things. I think that's an acquired skill, right? Let's pretend it is. Okay. Today, I want to look at this game between, I'm going to call it David versus Goliath. Even though we're looking at an 18Q versus 11Q. So it's really more like David versus Sam. I mean, not really Goliath, 11Q. But still, it's a pretty significant rank difference here. In the role of David is actually a guy named Joshua, who I'm happy to say has been watching almost all of my videos and just sort of rapidly improving. So if he can do it, so can you. You know, this just goes to show you Nick Sibicky Go Lectures works. I take full credit for his advancement up to, and perhaps even beyond, 18Q. It's entirely my doing. He had nothing to do with it whatsoever. Anyway, we're going to review this game and see how he did. I reviewed another game of his not too long ago, where he was already playing pretty strong moves for at the time of 20Q. So let's see if he's continuing to get better. So we got a cross game, all right. And black jumps right in. Okay, this is interesting. Not really normal in this circumstance by any stretch of the imagination. And in fact, generally, this is generally a pretty bad idea. Yep, white's just going to take the outside. Hey, look at this. Black doesn't quite know the Joseki. So white can actually play here in Sente. Oh, and white does. Wow, good job, 18Q. Ooh, this move's a little bit dangerous because there's actually this throw in here. As you can see, this actually leads to some problems. White doesn't have to do this right now, but this stone should be at T18. And so black was thinking, hey, white just gave white a wall, so let's try to neutralize. But in reality, black should have played here. And because of these cuts, white usually defends, and then black can play something like this to just sort of neutralize that thickness. That would be what would be expected if both these players were reasonable. But not today, not today. So anyway, white does a really nice job here. Oh, no, I spoke too soon. Yeah, unfortunately, white just comes down here, which is not the best move. Like, it's okay, but there's no reason to play this right now. Like, none. None. So, all right, David, you've made one mistake. And by David, I mean Joshua. Say Joshua versus Goliath. 18Q versus 11Q. Oh, what are we doing? This is nothing. There's nothing here. No. Hi. Okay. That's not even Sente, right? So, not another kind of poor move. Another reason, just as you can kind of see why T16 is kind of poor. Number one, you're costing yourself co-threats. Number two, we had the T18 throne, which was actually much more severe. But number three, it actually has the potential to short us liberties later, right? We might actually want the T16 liberty later, and now that stone's filled in. So instead of the T16 liberty, we get the T15 liberty, and that may not be as good if we ever get surrounded. Wow, all right, black's going to respond to this. Which means that now N19 is Sente too. White is under no obligation to take it right now. Okay, good, and he didn't. Cool. Unfortunately, this is probably too close. Given the severity of this wall right now, white should go all the way to here if you're going to continue to develop the top. So this is a little bit small-minded. Yep, and black will take that F17 point, unfortunately. You should not be scared to go here, right? If black tries to attack, you'd love this, right? Is black going to defend over here or over here? If black defends over here, you completely enclose the corner. If black defends over here, well, where is this little H17 stone going to go? It doesn't really have friends. So that's why this is a little bit over-concentrated, because black can't really afford to fight here. Okay, so we're going to go in here. This is okay, especially with this giant wall. We're going to try to make use of it. Probably the better way to make use of it is actually go here and see if you can induce black into doing this. And then you can sort of start some sort of running fight this way, this type of thing. And this will be fine. You know, black will try to squirm in here to try to make some sort of life. But in the meantime, white is getting control of the middle. So this would have been fine. Here, though, black should definitely pincer. Black does not pincer. All right, black kicks. Okay, that's okay. Kicking it here is also possible. Okay, and now we pincer. This is okay. Ooh, nope. What we want to do here is actually get these two stones strong. And we want to get them strong by, well, here's the Joseki. I'll just show you the Joseki. Preferably this kind of method. And now look at how, not only are these two stones really strong, and these two black stones are still kind of feeling a little bit weak, we've actually completely developed the entire bottom for ourselves in the process. So that'd be a really nice result. Sealing black in the corner. That'd be black sealed in two corners. That'd be very good for white. So this is a little bit single-minded. If I were black, I think I would actually just play here. Black is a little bit skittish with his group, understandably so, because it's next to a giant wall. So he takes the defense. The defensive move, this is not really good enough. In fact, if you actually read out this move, you can see that you can play this move just as easily as S14, right? There's no cut here. So this is actually a bad exchange. It helps black, and you don't gain anything. So if you're going to undercut, if you think it's time to undercut the base, which it's totally not, by the way, you should still come over here. Correct direction right now is to actually leave the right-hand side alone and see what kind of strength black is going to give you at the bottom, then come back and decide. But if you do want to upset the black base, you need to play at least this move. So, oh no, and white played there. This is double empty triangle. Nope, nope, nope. All right, Joshua, you're failing me. You got to beat Goliath, man. Even this would be better. This way, at least you're guaranteed an eye with this half the group. Not that you really need it, but at least it'd be a little bit better. This you're not really guaranteed anything. But black is a little bit over-concentrated, but I guess so is white. So this whole exchange was just terrible. Like, I guess I'm not going to use my tools today. It really didn't help white. It actually helped black quite a bit, because it basically made one half of his base safe and gave him a lot of extra liberties. White's going to continue to try to attack this. It's not a very creative way to defend. I'm kind of wondering if this type of defense would be better. And that way this white stone has to run over here. And assuming white wants to save it, black will get a bunch of other free moves and get out further. This would be a terrible result for white, actually. So this is a really, Joshua, like this move right here, this Q12 stone, you're getting away with stuff you shouldn't be getting away with. If you want to beat Goliath, you got away with one there. And sort of another slowish move. The problem with this is that even though you're seeing this black group is weak, we also have this weakness in white. We actually have three white stones that aren't completely safe yet, and we have the black corner, which is also weak. So this is the area of the action. This is not the action. This is like just a net. Black, absolutely, yes, you're right. Black can definitely come up here and peep here and then come out like this, but you don't really care, right? You're already strong here. There's nothing worth fighting over. If you're not going to kill black, there's nothing to do here, whereas there's a lot to do down here. So you just have to smell where are the weaknesses, and I think you're thinking about this one too much. That's a little bit slow of a move for black. I wonder... I want to play a faster move as black. I'm not sure which one. I might even actually just play this. I don't believe white can kill directly yet. Although actually, this is actually a pretty good move. Well, if we just read this out, white can basically seal in and get a decent enough result. But Yeah, I think this is good enough for black, and then white will play here, or white should play here. Maybe at this point now, black needs to play one move to make sure he has life. So anyway, this is a little bit slow. Yep, white just pulls back. Although actually, I think you can play here. And you kind of want black to kill this stone, quite honestly. Like, that wouldn't make you sad, right? If black tries to double Atari here, you just take this. And if black insists on trying to pop through, he really can't get very far, right? Look at this thickness. Isn't this just beautiful? Look at this outside. There's, like, this black group which is still kind of under attack, and you have these two black stones, and those are the only stones that have any sort of influence right now for black on the rest of the board. So this result's kind of counterintuitive. You might not normally think of like this result being really good for white, but it is. Because now it's actually really hard for black to take advantage of these weaknesses. So black would really need to do something like this. But even then, white doesn't have to be scared. White can actually just sort of hem black in while attacking him and just build something really big over here. So, alright, black defends the corner. A little bit slow, but it's okay. I mean, it's not a terrible idea. That doesn't feel right. Especially after black's defended down here. It feels like these three stones are kind of, again, where the action is. So we need to move like this. Possibly even just this. You know, maybe something like this. That way white just builds this middle and gives up the bottom. Or if black refuses to do that, then white can start to surround the corner. This just feels like it misses the mark. This is also usually a thing we don't want to do, which is see how black has a Shamari facing this way, and we sort of have this large knight Shamari type thing facing this way. That means black will be able to play this point first, and this is the point where we both want to expand naturally. So it's it's bad for multiple reasons. It doesn't address the hot area of the board, at least nearly enough, and second, it actually gives black another large follow-up move that's nice. That seems premature. No reason to invade yet, black. Okay. Why not this way? And there's a couple of variations here. You could actually just play here and then take this large point for yourself, and this would just be fine for white. Because again, black is sealed in the corner, black is like half sealed in the corner, and black is sealed in the corner. A lot of center potential, But you went this way, so okay. What? This black needed to honey over here. Punish? No, actually, no, don't do that. In this case, you can actually just play here. And black, right now, this shape is dead. Black will need to find some sort of cut and something to make it work. You can all kind of see that this cut will either go to a ladder that looks like it should work for white, right? Yes. Or black can try clamping here, but again, doesn't get very far. Actually, there's no reason for white to even give up that stone. White can just connect. Right, there's no eyes over here. So, like, black's in big trouble. Black would need to fight this way. But again, white basically has adequate defenses. And as of right now, again, this corner is still dead. Still dead. So this is a really slow, tired-looking move. Yep, now black gets to honey. Too bad. Now that being said, this is still a good result for white, even without killing everything. Okay, so first of all, this black move, I don't know what it's doing. It's like, it's kind of scared of this wall. This is like, if I probably asked the player who is playing it, they're probably thinking this is like some like super awesome ear-reddening type move that does all these amazing things, like it attacks this and it links up to this and it reduces this while building the bottom, but it really doesn't do any of those things. Yeah, can't say I like that one. But, you know, so far, again, considering there's a 7 rank difference between these two players, white is playing extremely well. Extremely well. Oh, alright. So black doesn't know how to respond to this. Probably the best local response, if you just want to take the corners, just play right here. And this pretty much secures the corner. It also undercuts white. And really, white doesn't have a good follow-up over here, right? The best follow-up for white is something like this. But again, black's already played this reduction move. All right, let's try this T again. All right. And in fact, this actually helps white. Yep. And now black comes back and defends the corner. Yeah, but this is a big exchange for white. This is nice. Interesting. All right, so we're really just gonna we're gonna play the game where black has one stone in the middle and no friends, and let's see if it can live. But first, we're gonna see if black can take a few more points in the corners. I probably wouldn't play this move. I would probably either just come on top like this. This helps connect and unite all of the central framework for white. This is only thinking about this group over here, or this bottom territory. That's a big corner for black, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. That's like 20 points. 20-point corner. All right, so now you're going to come back and play that? Okay. All right, so now we go back to playing the game where black has one stone to make live. Why aren't we playing that game? What's going on here? I would not fix that way, right? Because there's this free cut now. Black can decide how he wants to make use of this cut. An Atari or Atari, maybe even just this. And if white gets kind of antsy, this variation looks pretty difficult for white actually. Because we have to save these 2 stones, but then we have this one white stone in trouble too, where black can just basically get a million forcing moves, at the very least. Let's assume that is the best shape, although I'm not even sure that's true. Not even sure that's true. Not exactly sure which forcing moves we want to take here, but you can see that we're entitled to at least this many. And even though, yes, white eats 4 stones, black has so much more, so many more liberties and so much more power now in the middle. We actually have a legitimate shot of being able to reduce it. And again, black has territory in 4 corners, so white needs the points in the middle. So I would not defend this way. This leaves a pretty massive defect. Okay, white pulls back, and then black connects. Now, I think this is better. I think black can be a little bit more creative here and tempt white to get into this sort of fight. Because black is starting to make something that looks a lot like shape and still has some forcing moves like this if he really needs them. Or like this as well. This is also forcing. So what did black do? Black just connected, right? All right, and now white's going to try to separate. Oh dear. So white did not separate. This seems slow, right? I think we can play a little bit faster. This is not a... either way, doesn't matter. It's fine. Okay, white's trying to build something here. Good. All right, I mean, again, the middle is huge, and white is all over it. So even if black reduces half of it, there's still potential. Okay, black's going to come in now. This is very thin shape. Not very inspired as far as moves go. Oh, where's the weakness? So when black's trying to get in, black is trying to find the weakness. Why am I so thirsty? I'm feeling very thirsty. Well, first, actually, let's count out black's points. So this is potentially, probably, and most likely black sente. So black has 10 here. If white should have sente, or I mean, this is hard to count for black. So there's at least 10 here. Not many here. 1, 2, 3, 6 points here. Maybe another 6 here. So 30, 40. Maybe black has 50. Maybe black has 50. White looks like he's got a pretty solid 15 or so down here. So we just need to make like 35. I don't know if there's combing this game or not. I guess we'll find out in the end, but 35 is still very doable right here. So I think this move is okay. I thought I would hate it a lot more, but again, just white has had such a great opening, keeping black sealed in all these four corners. It's doable. Oh, right. So anyway, if you're black, you have to find weaknesses. And there might be a weakness in here that looks something like this, where we're going to potentially attack these black 3 or 4 stones, or these white 3 or 4 stones. And while we're doing that, we can get in here as well. So that'd be one thing to consider. Black doesn't. Black just lounges in from the top left. It's not terribly good shape. It's both thin and overconcentrated at the same time, which is hard for me to comprehend, but that's what it looks like. Again, we would need to find something more creative, maybe something even like this. Almost daring white into some sort of gigantic fight for the center. But this is very risky, right? Very, very risky. As you can kind of see. Maybe we need some other preparatory moves. I guess it's big. Sure. I mean, basically, wherever white plays a stone, white's going to make points. Again, there's so many white stones around here. You're going to cut? You are going to cut. Wow. Alright, so we make this stone look kind of dumb. Alright, so you end up deciding you wanted this. If that's what you wanted, why did we play this? Right, we can just play here. You get the same exact thing. And this way we actually can sort of have time to deal with the left as well. So in the end, you know, you found something, but not very efficient in terms of getting there. Oh, why are we saving this stone? Why do we want that stone? Just play here. If black wants it, that's fine. You can just make these points. Alright, so we're going to save a stone. We're going to play that game. I guess that works. But it's dangerous. Oh gosh. Does this even have a chance at working? What if black just plays here? We have 3 liberties to 4 liberties. So white can get up to 5 liberties, but so can black. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 liberties. 5 to 5. What did black play? Black played there. Weird. That doesn't even take away a liberty. Oh, what black is worried about this cut. Yeah, but this is not a big deal, right? If black kills this, that's just, we're just gaining. Yep, not a real thing. Not a real thing. We can just give that up. Okay, so white's going to take that. And then white comes down here. And now we have a capturing race of 4 to 3. Somehow, black got tricked. This stone needed to take away a liberty. That's good for white. Oh, now you pull back? I was starting to be convinced that blocking now is better. Yeah, it's close enough. It's the same. Well, actually, no, it's not, because then we have this sort of defect. Oh, that's the game. Huh. Ooh. Is there a choice? This is interesting. Black runs this out. So there's also the possibility, even before we look at black running out, white might just give up these 3 stones and just seal that in. Whoa, hello, cancel. If white defends these stones, there's the possibility for black to do something over here. Again, it still doesn't look like... I mean, I can't read out saying it's going to work exactly, but... you know, I'm still worried about this weakness, and if black can create some other weaknesses over here, maybe you can run the 2 white weaknesses together and create some sort of problem. Oh gosh. Oh shit, haha, looks like I lost track. Yeah, it's 3 stones. You don't really care, actually. So I guess you take that and see if black wants to take. And then you play here. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's about 35 points right there. Hey, look at that. Okay. All right, so this is good. Good. I think this is better, but it's similar. I don't think there's any reason to Atari this stone, right? You just come back here. No reason to Atari. Just fix the shape and make the connection between all of this. And you have a very easy game. All right. So our David and Goliath. Here we go. Going into Endgame. Black gained a little bit, but white has now completely sealed this off. That's big. That's big. This is white's only large territory. In theory... Oh no, I guess white actually can make a significant number of points over here as well. Not a lot, but I mean like 5, 6 here, maybe 5, 6 here. This is already 6. And this is actually, yeah, this isn't small either. So it's looking pretty white. Looking like the person who's been watching the Nick Sibicky Go lecture videos is going to win the game in a resounding fashion. That's what it's looking like. Of course, I suppose people who watch Nick Sibicky Go lecture videos are also famous for screwing things up at the last moment. So, we'll see how this goes. Really? Does that work? No. Black just plays here. That's really wishful thinking. Why not just take? Is that bad? Alright. That doesn't work. What? Why not this? Or are you scared of giving up points in the corner? Weird. Okay. What? Alright, white, you're crazy. This was really good for black. Oh, just take, right? This is better for co-threats. Alright, that's small point though, small point. That's not even Sente. Not Sente. Ooh, do we have a trick? We have a trick, although I don't think you need to actually do it this way. I haven't actually looked at this. What happens here? If you just do this. Oh no, you do need to do that, okay. You do, or just cut rather directly. No, then white just takes, and then you only get this much. Okay. So why this feels like this should work better than it does. How do we get these liberties to be shorter? Can't quite do it. Alright, white always has 2 liberties. What am I missing? Alright, so then I guess this move's pretty cool. White blocked, right? And now this just works. Ta-da! Disaster. Oops. Yeah, nice move, black. Nice move. Totally tricked. That's a significant gain. Significant gain. That's always Sente. That should have probably been taken off the table actually a while ago. Because that was almost nearly Sente for black as well. Okay, no danger. Unnecessary. Block, block, block. Take. Alright, so we're in the very end. What was the note here? Oh. Misclick or something happened. Doo-ka-doo-ka-doo-ka-doo. Alright, so how did this all turn out? It says white by 15 points. So David took down Goliath. All thanks to Nick Sibicky Go lectures. So if you want to be like Joshua and be an 18Q who beats up on 11Qs, you should hit that subscribe button. Anyway, thanks for watching.